originally in English, April 2023. Speaking of DNA, do blood transfusions affect the DNA of the recipient? Yes, they certainly do. However, it is not necessarily a bad thing, depending on who the donor is, of course. The exposure to another person's genetic material during a transfusion is enormous. How does it affect you? It ends up modifying to some strong degree the genetics of the recipient, although it is not detected in tests on Earth simply because their technological level is not yet able to understand those matters. Yes, but it doesn't change the soul, right? The soul is still manifesting there from the original person. The soul is not in the blood. The material side is just a reflection of the soul. The frequency of the soul, yes, it should return the DNA to almost as it was before the transfusion. However, it remains as damage or physical change, like the amputation of a finger. No matter how much consciousness you have, it doesn't grow back. Besides, it remains as an experience. But you are not sharing the soul of the person who gave you that blood, are you? What happens is that with a genetic change, or by the presence of genetic material on a large scale, as it is with a blood transfusion, the body becomes more receptive to the incoming frequencies of the soul of the one who was the source of the blood, the donor. An example of this is organ transplantation, where it has been reported that when a donor dies, the person who received the transplant, even if it was many years before, his or her organ begins to fail as well, to the point of needing another transplant.
And the soul of the receiver?
Mixed with that of the donor, but it will always be stronger because it is the original, and because most of your body is attuned to that original soul, the recipient.
When the donor dies, the organ starts to fail. That's very logical, yes.
That is a fact, and it happens very often, but Earth science cannot explain why.
Can the recipients of the blood have memories, dreams and thoughts of the blood donor?
Yes, that has been reported to happen. Yes, but that's mostly, I think, because it's interpreting some of the memories that are there in the DNA of the blood, but not that the soul of the person who donated the blood is still there. It's like me having memories of Gosha, but Gosha, her soul, is not here. There is a true case of a young man who received a heart transplant from another man who died in an accident. And unknowingly, soon after he recovered, he met a girl and fell in love with her and married her, who turned out to be the girlfriend of the deceased. At the very least, those two people are connected for life. Yes, but they are not two souls in the same body, are they? It is like me having memories of Gosha. Memories does not mean soul. Not necessarily, but you can have more than one soul in the same body. That explains the multiple personalities, with a record of 56 people in one body. Yes, but not in cases of blood transfusion, right? Not that I know of. However, those two people are connected. Earlier conversation between 2018 and 2020.
What about organ transplants? do we somehow transfer part of ourselves to the recipient?
There is still a lot of programming left in the transplanted body part. It is DNA memory, as they say. But that memory is a frequency connection to the soul of the original owner. So yes, the connection to the memory of the dead can be established. And to their intentions, views, and so on. It would be connecting to the person receiving the organ. At least in part, not totally. It depends on the strength and clarity of the signal.
Thank you very much, SWARUU, for your reply. I like it very much. And what do you think about blood transfusions?
They are necessary when there is obviously no other option. Blood is the breeding ground in which the cells of the whole body develop and grow. Therefore, the health of the individual is only as good as the quality of his or her blood. Logically, its vital energy and signal is being passed from the donor to the recipient of the blood. They remain intertwined for life, even though the blood cells have died. An entanglement occurs with the person who donated the blood. This process is similar and just as strong as having sex with that person. Blood is not something like an object. It is life itself, vital energy of the person who produced it. Souls become entangled with each other, the donor with the donee. Although it would seem that this affects the recipient more, and it does, it also affects the donor. It means that the souls acquire frequencies one from the other. Even though the people do not know each other, on the spiritual side they become related. They can get into reincarnation loops and things like that.
And the same with organ donors who are alive.
The same goes for donated organs, of course. Regarding all this, and although it is irresponsible to say so, from an energetic point of view, it is not convenient neither to donate nor to receive blood. Of course, in a life or death process, there is no other option.